Okay, it doesn't let me talk while the video's on, so I can't say anything. It keeps me muted. All right, so hopefully that explains how this works. I can share videos, I can talk about product, I can share the product. And what we were talking about tonight, everybody that's on, I'm putting your name in a drawing. And if Gabby, get your sister on here, your mom on here, and then you get your name in the drawing 3 times. And Susan, you too. And Jackie, yes. Awesome. Okay. Sorry, we'll be here all night telling everybody's name. Okay, so welcome. And I just want to share why I started with LBri. So before the video, I was sharing that I had tried everything for my cystic acne, and my face was bright red all the time. Like bright red and flaky and sore all the time. Like I didn't even realize how sore it was until I used a LBri sample that a friend offered me. And after about 3 or 4 days, I remember laying in bed going, my face doesn't hurt. Oh my gosh, my face doesn't hurt. And it's so soft. I couldn't believe it. And then the acne was clearing up. It was crazy, 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 like magical for me. And so I didn't think I'd ever sell, I'm not a salesperson, but I thought if there's other people out there that are struggling or having, skin problems, then I want to help them. I just want to share with them what this has done for me and my skin. I mean, look at my skin. I went snorkeling and there's no makeup on except for my eye makeup stayed on through snorkeling. Is that crazy or what? My eyebrows kind of lightened up, but that's okay. Anyway, and so what happened was, and they still have this deal. You sign up and you have like, I think 50 days. I don't want to say days and times. When I signed up, I had, I think it was 6 weeks to do a certain amount in sales. And basically, the person that signed me up came to my house and I invited all my friends over and she showed us all the product. And then some of those friends were like, I love this stuff. And I was like, really? Because you don't have acne. But, they had dry skin and they're like, I love this stuff. It's so good just from dry skin. And so then another friend was like, do you think she could come to my house and do a demonstration? And I was like, well, she's not going to be here, but I can, So that's kind of how it started. I just did a few demonstrations for my friends, and I, lo and behold, had sold $3,000 of product in like the first 6 weeks. And so then they refunded the money that I spent on the starter kit. And I was like, well, this is kind of a no-brainer, right? I'm going to use these products anyway. I know what I'm going to discount. So I want to show you guys what you get when you sign up for LBri, because you get a lot. You get like over $400 of product for $99. And it looks like there's an unboxing video. And I don't know if this is the $49 kit or the $99. We're going to watch it together and find out. So here goes.
So I want to take a couple minutes to show you our starter kits. When you enroll as a consultant, you choose your starter kit. You can see them behind me, and I'm going to hold them up in a minute. Actually, let me start with this. This is our Aloe Beautiful box, and it is a beautiful box, isn't it, here? And inside of it is this absolutely fabulous travel bag. Now, this kit is just $49. And again, it's called the Aloe Beautiful box. And it's a travel bag that's kind of like your side gig in a bag right here, right? And you've got, I'm going to show you the products that you get. You get your catalogs and some business supplies in the top section. You're going to get some samples. That's our aloe and collagen samples. You're going to get body butter. You're going to also get facial mask. This is one of our wow products, so it's a great product to get in a starter kit, along with our rejuvenating facial peel, another wow product, and then some samples to share with your friends. So you get a few products up front to start your business. This is only $49 and it's valued at $195. So you're getting a great deal on these products. If I can put this back. You're getting a great deal on the products, and again, the kit has everything you need for your LBri side gig. Or you might choose what's called our Let's Glow box, which is $99, and that includes everything that I just showed you with the Aloe Beautiful box, everything that I just showed you, plus 7 additional products and more samples and some business supplies. So more products, more savings for sure. And this is $99. Here's what I want you to hear me say. You don't need to spend a lot of money to start a LBri side gig.
Okay, I was hoping she'd go through all the other products. So that's the $49, but you also, for $99, you get like your whole, like if you were to get started on your skincare set, you for $130, you get your cleanser, your freshener, your moisturizer, your rejuvenating enzyme peel, the papaya fruit enzyme peel that gets the dead skin off, and then your eye treatment. Just those 5 products. But when you sign up to be a wholesale VIP buyer, and you can sell then, but you don't have to sell, you get all of that plus a full-size lotion and full-size aloe vera. You get 5 samples to send out to your friends so they can try the product. Okay, if you joined us during that video, go ahead and put in the chat. I know the couple of you came on where you're watching from. And I'm gonna check real quick to see. Sometimes I get messages from people that they couldn't get on, but it looks like we're good. Okay. All right. Good. Everybody's on here. Yay. Okay. So that is the best deal. The $49 deal is good, but the $99 deal is amazing. And so here's what, if you have questions, type them in the chat and I'll answer them. But I'm also going to answer some of the most common questions I get. So if every time someone is interested in signing up, they ask me, so how much do I have to sell? And I'm like, you don't have to sell anything. There's no like requirement. There's no like, you know, some companies will be like, you have to sell $200 every month or you get kicked out or something. We don't have stuff like that. You just get your kit and then in 30 days it'll charge you the $9.95 for the website. So as long as you're paying your website fee, you're in and you get your discount through your website. What you can also do is place orders on a party, and then from that party, then you get free host rewards. So that's how, like, I don't ever really buy product for myself. Even at the discount, I get it free through my host rewards. And that's how I can give away a free peel for everybody that's on tonight. So that's another really cool thing. All right. Okay. So what other questions do you guys have about the business part of it? And then while you're thinking of questions, I'm gonna show you the difference of aloe and mineral oil And most products out there start with mineral oil as the first ingredient. So I want to show you that. Some of these videos are really short. But you notice the prune that sits in mineral oil just sits there. Nothing happens to it. It doesn't grow. But the prune that is in aloe vera plumps back up like a plum as much as possible. Okay, I'm just checking. Oh, I got someone else that needs the link again. So give me a second. Well, I need to do that for my phone. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. All right, so what other questions? How much money do you make? Well, if you don't sell anything, you don't make any money. It's, if you've heard some people try to convince you to do businesses similar to these, and they think it's like a get rich quick, you just make money. It's a business. You treat it like a business. You have product, you share with people, and some of them, most of them are going to love the product and buy it from you, and some aren't going to be interested, and it's not a big deal. It's fine. You move on. I do a lot of vendor events. That's probably how most of you met me, because that's how I like to spread the word and share, because I can reach more people than just my neighborhood. So that's kind of how I do it, but there's so many different ways. A lot of people are good at posting things on social media or like on TikTok, sharing the products on TikTok, and people just buying from that. Some people still do in-home demonstrations. I still will do a facial if someone wants to come to my house. I don't go out to other people's houses so much anymore, but if they want to come to my house, then I'll show them all the products and let them try them on their face. So there's so many different ways to share. Here's another one I wanted you guys to hear. This is Linda and Brian's story. And let me just tell you, these are genuine people that I know personally. I've traveled with them. I have been earning trips since the first year I started in 2008. Gabby, can my mom be the seller, but I can do most of the work? Absolutely. That would be so fun. We could sign your mom up, and then you could, like, you're probably better at like social media. Usually the younger people are always better at social media, but then your mom can still share with her friends, you know? Okay, so I'm going to let you kind of hear a little bit about the starting story of LBri, because it's really inspiring. It was inspiring to me to meet Linda and Brian and see the sacrifices they made. And what's different, I don't think they share this on the video. Well, so we'll wait. There's something else I really want you guys to know that sets us apart from every other company. So watch the video first, and then keep that in mind. There's something even better.
Along with the incredible things, there were some major bumps in the road for us, which really led us to starting LBri.
We wanted to bring to the marketplace products that would be much more effective and safe. Really products that would be healthy for the skin, because so many of the products that we were looking at the time were containing ingredients that were just not beneficial to the skin at all. So that was very important to us.
So when we started LBri, we started in the basement of our home, just a few miles from here. We ended up selling most of our possessions to start LBri. We sold our car, our boat, we mortgaged the house. We even had a rummage sale, and we both don't like rummage sales, but we needed to raise all the money we could to start this company.
I remember when we had our son, Andy, and Andy at the time was 6 years old.
Yep.
And at night, he would help us. We had these little generic sample bottles, remember, little white bottles, and Andy would come with his little hands, and he would put the stickers on the bottles, crooked most of the time.
Yep.
We knew we had something special, but now we really had to see how others would love our products. And I remember the first time within a week of when our products came in and we were ready to share the products with the world. The first week I had given a sample to a woman, and I gave her a sample and I asked her what she had currently been using on her skin, and she told me, and I said, would you be willing to give these products a try? They're brand new in the area, they're aloe vera based, and I would love to get your opinion. And I gave her the sample, and on Monday I got a phone call from her and she said, oh my God, I love these products. I want to order them right away. And I said, I'd be happy to ship them out to you first thing tomorrow. She said, that's not good enough. I need to come now and pick them up. And that's when we really realized that we had something that wasn't ordinary, something that was really special. And from there, the word started to spread. She shared with her friends and family and her coworkers, and we started hosting in-home shows. We were doing vendor events, and the company just started to grow. People started to really recognize the name LBri Pure and Natural. It was a really exciting time. So even though we had very humble beginnings, it was really one of my fondest memories. And it's so often true. It's not always about the destination, but it's about the journey.
Okay, very good. What was your favorite part of that video? And if you've joined us during that, I know we've got people hopping on at different times. Type in the chat and say hi. Hey, Bentley, thanks for being here. And tell me what you liked most about Linda and Brian. They're just your average couple from a small town in Wisconsin. And they had a dream to provide a stable income opportunity specifically to women through the direct sales industry. And I told you before the video that I was going to tell you something special about them that sets them apart from all the other direct sell companies out there. Bentley likes how it's a small business and safe for her skin. That's right. So many people are putting chemical-based products on their skin, and that goes in your bloodstream. That is in your body, and it's toxic. I've had a lot of dermatologists and people check my skin for different things or check my blood, and they're like, you don't have the toxicity that most people have. And I'm like, it's because of my skincare. It really is. People don't realize how our skin is our largest organ. Awesome. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you something that really sets this company apart is that Linda was in direct sales. She was in direct sales herself for a good 20 years before she started this company. Most companies like this are started by businessmen that are just like, okay, here's a good way to make money, and they're kind of in it for like 5, maybe 10 years tops. So people go in and they develop these teams. I don't know if you've heard of companies that have like just dropped their direct sales and now they're doing affiliate marketing, and that means people that had been in a long time like me that generate a lot of income lost their income. Linda and Brian had that happen to them 3 times throughout the course. Linda would always rise to the top of the company, and then suddenly Brian said the checks would start coming late, and then there'd be some things on back order, and then suddenly, oh, sorry, we went out of business and closed our doors. And here they just went from, making $10,000-$20,000 a month, driving, a Bentley, and I think they even wore fur coats back then. It was before it. No, Linda would never wear a fur coat because Linda is all about no animal cruelty, but she did drive some pretty fancy cars. And that happened to them 3 times in a row, and they said, enough. We're going to start our own. We're going to make sure we're always debt free. Brian pays the bills for the company like the day after the orders, like before anyone else. So when COVID hit and everything was on back order and people couldn't get product, we never went behind. Aw, thank you, Bentley. That's so sweet of you. I don't even have makeup on right now. I just have my eye makeup on because we went scuba diving and I didn't get a chance to put any more foundation or anything on. You're so sweet. Um, but what was I saying about Brian and Linda? They wanted to provide something so that when like COVID hit and there was back orders, who do you think got their products before anyone else? We did. We were never behind. We didn't have back orders. My team did $6 million in sales that year of COVID. I think because everybody was home shopping. So when other businesses were going under because of the, mess in the economy, ours grew exponentially. Let me check the chat, see what other questions have come in here. Gabby loves them so much she can only talk good about them. She doesn't have anything negative to say. And then Bentley says, finding good things and safe products for my skin is so important, and I'm so happy. Yay! I'm so glad. That warms my heart when people have positive experiences. And most of my customers do. I thought going into a business like this, I'd be dealing with, complaints and problems and, something didn't go right or something they didn't like the color or whatever. I have rarely any returns. Rarely. And if there's a problem, it's usually just like oh, Jody, I totally clicked the wrong button. I meant to get, the pink moisturizer and I got the green one. What do I do? And I'm like, I got you. I take care of it. I fix it. Send them the right one, And so really it's been fun. Are there many ingredients in the products? What do you mean? Are there many? Like the first ingredient is aloe vera. So that's the majority of the product. Generally, once you get past like 2 or 3 ingredients, everything else in a product is less than like 1%. They don't always tell you that. Most products that have aloe, it's like 20th down the list. But ours, where the aloe vera is grown organically in Texas, and we don't just grind it up and dehydrate it. We actually peel. If you ever have, Bentley, have you seen like a giant aloe vera plant? They have these giant, big, long leaves and they're green. And we actually, not me personally, right? But our chemists, they peel off the coating and then they water bath that inner pulp that's clear because it has a little bit of yellow, I think it's called allantoin, I think is how you say it. And that has some toxicity in it. So you have to wash that off. And we cold water bath it and then we hang it to dry. So all of that is gone. The process, the products the aloe is in the products within 8 hours of picking. That's how fresh it is. They literally came to our convention once and demonstrated, the scientists, and showed us the big leaf, peeled it, washed it, and then put it in a blender and added the ingredients to make it like, I think it was the Maxi Firm they were making. It was that fresh. I was like, that is so cool. And that is why we only have a year. They're just a year shelf life because there's not a whole bunch of preservatives. Stuff that lasts forever and ever, is full of chemicals and full of preservatives. So some of you might have hopped on late, but I was talking about how the best product that we have to offer is the business opportunity. That you can get in and start a business that could grow to a $10,000 a month or more business income. Not just gross, but your income could be $10,000 a month. And it only costs you $99 to start. Most businesses you put a ton of money into before you ever see any money come back. We lived in the Midwest, and there's a fast food restaurant there called Culver's that my kids and husband absolutely love. And my husband really wanted to bring one to our little town in Idaho when we moved because we missed it so much. I'm like, it is like 10 years before you start making income in a restaurant that you're working 24/7. But you could do something like LBri on the side. You can work a full-time job still and do this in the evenings because most of my customers want to reach out to me in the evenings because they're at work during the day too. And then you don't have to buy the product and then send it to people. You just put their order in on your website, and LBri packages, ships, sends, and then guarantees. So if there's a problem, LBri is the one that sends them the replacement or eats the return if there's anything like that. I don't have to do any of that. Now, I do want to take really good care of my customers. So if they have a question or a problem or something doesn't work, I sometimes will be the one that does things for them, but that's my choice, right? What other questions do you have about the business? I got some people texting me on my broadcasting and some people that were able to hop in here in the chat. So one thing that I wanted to tell you again was $99 gets you over $400 of product to get started. And I'm looking for 2 people to get started this week while I'm in Jamaica. And then I am going to bring them a gift from Jamaica. Because it's so fun. The fun part of this business are the amazing people I meet. Like Gabby's on here and your mom I met, and I'm going to meet your sister sometime, but now, she's ordering too. Do any other salesmen contact you and ask you questions? What do you mean by that? Like if we sign, like if you signed up with LBri, is it going to put you on a list where other people are going to get your info and contact you from other companies? If that's the question, no. It doesn't go anywhere. Do any other salesman? Is that what you mean? What is my favorite product? Bentley, that's a really good question. When I first started, it was the facial mask because that was what I would put on a pimple and it would just shrink it up overnight. But I don't get pimples anymore. So let's see. What would be my favorite LBri product? It is so hard to say. Okay, no, if I start selling and if I have a question, can I contact you? Yes, absolutely. So I'm here as your trainer, Gabby. Yeah, you have a personal line to me with any questions. Though when you get started, all the training is in an app that you can put on your phone and you just kind of go through it. It tells you what to do. But for sure, if you have questions, you come to me because I'm still going to want to make sure you know how to send your samples out so you can, and I have trainings on everything. I can give you my YouTube channel. Still trying to figure out how to put these things on YouTube and all the different stuff. But yeah, I have a team of quite a few people. And when you're first starting, you have questions. And it's kind of interesting because as you introduce the products to people, you have different questions that come up. Like, what's a common question when someone's just starting, like how to use the product, right? Well, Gabby, you already know how to use the products. You can answer those questions, right? Like you wash your face like this, or this is how I do it. And then I put a little on a cotton ball, right? Yes, you do. You know how to use all the products already. So that I'm trying to think if there's a question that you wouldn't already know the answer to. But basically, when I first started, people would ask me like, well, what do I do for dry skin? And I'd be like, we didn't have all the cool training that we have now. I'm like, I don't know, what do you do for dry skin? And there's like about 10 questions. And once you answer them, you're like, oh, people just always ask the same question. So about 10 questions of like, well, do I wash first or do I freshen first? Okay, once you got that down, which you already have that down, Gabby, then, okay, you got that question. So after a while, it's the same questions over and over again. You're like, oh, I already know all the answers. Plus, we have training and video for everything. Bentley, do you have any good cleansers? Bentley, we have 3 amazing cleansers, and it depends on your skin type. So we have a gentle cleanser. Here, I'll share them as I tell you. I forget, I have these really cool things to show in here. Where's the cleanser? This is showing me all the sets. 1 second. So the gentle cleanser is for dry skin. So if you have dry skin, tell me what your skin type is, Bentley. I'm trying to remember. But if you have dry skin, you tend to not like cleansers because they sting. Because most cleansers, you don't know your skin type? Okay. Most cleansers have soap in them that like suds up. What suds up is called, the thing that causes them to get sudsy and soapy is called sodium lauryl sulfate. And that is a chemical that strips the natural oils from your skin. So if someone tells me that they don't like to wash their face with anything but water because it stings so bad, then I know they have really, really dry skin. And this is the cleanser that we use for dry skin, dry to normal skin. Then we have a gel cleanser. So that cleanser is creamy. So if you have more normal to oily skin, you put the creamy cleanser on, you're like, oh, this is so thick, right? It doesn't feel good to someone with more oily skin or even just kind of, drier, the more oily or even kind of normal to oily. So that is our deep pore cleanser. And all the cleansers clean your pores out, but I do love the deep pore cleanser. It helps. That was the cleanser I used when I had my acne, but now we have something even better for like the excessively oily skin. Gabby, remind me which cleanser you're on. The oil control cleanser is what I use now, and my skin's not oily at all anymore. But that one's really good if you have sensitive oily skin. Hi, Jamie. Is that your sister, Gabby? Yay! We've got a newbie. So we're talking about different products and everyone's asking different questions kind of about the business. Bentley, tell me about your skin. Do you get breakouts? Do you have oil at the end of the day, like in the T-zone or on your cheeks? And Jamie, tell me how things are going with your products. Are you loving everything? And you can just type it in the chat. Bentley, I get small breakouts and my face gets very oily by the end of the day. Tell me what you use right now. So you probably would want the oil control, but sometimes you're using a product that has oil in it, and that's why you're getting super oily. So what do you wash and moisturize with right now? And Gabby, this is a good training. This is what I ask people when they're like, I want to know about your products. What should I use? I always want to know what they're using right now and how it's affecting their skin. Like, what do they want to change? So like for Bentley, she probably doesn't want the breakouts anymore. And she'd probably like her skin to not be shiny and oily at the end of the day, Use basic cleanser from Amazon, and then I use beef tallow or vitamin C serum and tea tree oil. Okay, so I guess I would check on that basic cleanser and see tea tree oil in your breakouts. Does the tea tree oil help? Some people are allergic to tea tree oil. So as long as you're not allergic, it should be it's like a natural antiseptic. You can't really tell if it's clearing up. Yeah. Check the ingredients on your cleanser. Probably the first ingredient is water, and then let's see what the second ingredient is in your cleanser. If it's sodium lauryl sulfate, that's probably causing some of your problems. It's probably causing the breakouts and then over drying the skin, which then causes the oil glands to overproduce. Jamie, I've been loving it and sharing with my dorm mates. Yay! Gabby, there you go. Your sister's already getting you customers. I think Gabby wants your mom to sign up, Jamie, and then you guys are all gonna be LBri girls soon. All right. Yeah, wouldn't that be so fun? And then I can meet you guys in person because I'll be back down there in November. I always come. Wait, but you'll be still at college. Do you come home for the summer, Jamie? Or because I'm just always in Arizona, usually about the second week of November is when I do that big Pinners conference where I met Gabby and your mom. I really wanted to show you guys the bungalow, but it's dark. Can you see the infinity pool? That's the pool. Like, this is a sliding glass door. We could walk out and jump in our little pool, and then we can go that way and take the steps down to the ocean. So we just walked right out of our bungalow and went snorkeling. Okay, well, I won't get to meet you in person then, but I'm sure it will work out. We'll get Gabby and your mom to come to convention. You guys can all sign up and come. And then you get to earn trips like this. So LBri, let's see, back to the stuff for the business. LBri pays for my car. You get a car bonus when you reach a certain amount. And they even pay for your car insurance at a certain sales level. And then every year we can earn trips. And a lot of people think, oh, that's only for the top earners to earn a trip. That is not true. Because everyone starts at 0 at the beginning of trip points. So you can be brand new in LBri and you can earn the trip even more points than someone that's been in there for years, depending on, how you work things. So, and I always earn the trip. Okay. All right. I don't want to keep you guys on all night, but this has been super fun. I just wanted it to be a casual chat, and I did, here, maybe I can show you a little bit of, so that's the bed. We took the blanket up, but they come in, like, they came in and made everything and cleaned it up, and then we went to dinner and came back, and it was all cleaned up again. Anyway, we're a little messy. It's a huge bathroom in there. So if you didn't get to watch the walkthrough, I filmed a walkthrough on my Sharecast. So if you're on Marco Polo, or if you're in my LBri group. So let me know if you want to be in my LBri customer group on Facebook. Gabby, are you on Facebook? I know some of the younger kids aren't on Facebook. But I can put you in there and you can watch the walkthrough. And I've been trying to go live in there every day just to show people what's going on. Okay, so Gabby talked to your mom and then messaged me. And then Bentley, you can actually click on any of those products and put those in your shopping cart. And like I said, I'm doing a drawing for everybody that was on tonight. I've got your names here. And looks like Bentley's got the deep pore cleanser and the oil control cleanser. And you don't need both of them. So we just kind of have to decide which one you need. So that's where I'm wondering if it's super oily at the end of the day, maybe we go with the oil control. But then you're also going to want some sort of moisturizer, like maybe the aloe jelly, and that would clean up. Yeah, Gabby uses the oil control cleanser. And then, but you do need some sort of, like the aloe jelly will heal. Gabby, do you use the aloe jelly as your moisturizer too? I think you do. Yeah, right? And that aloe jelly, it helps stop the breakouts, but then it also, so what the aloe does is it grabs the water and moves it into your tissue. So you just take a teeny bit of that aloe with some water and then press that into your skin. And then the aloe grabs that water and moves it deeper into the skin tissue. And that is what shuts down the overproducing oil glands. Okay? And then you don't have shiny, oily skin at the end of the day. And with the aloe, I always say if it feels sticky at all or dry, that's not what I say. If it feels sticky, you either used too much aloe or you didn't rub enough water in with it. Oh yeah, it's so good for sunburns, right? And it's like night and day different from the like aloe you get at like Walmart. It like doesn't even take the pain away. In fact, most of those are dehydrated aloe that they've watered down. So then they put like lidocaine or other chemicals in it to try to deaden the pain. But when you use our aloe, it takes the pain away and the sunburn like overnight. And razor burn, oh, that's a good one. I'll have to put that. I'll have to tell my customers that. Thanks for sharing that, Gabby. Awesome. Okay, any more questions? Dad told me after he shaved. Oh, yes. And also, so if your dad is shaving with like not an electric razor, but if he uses a shaver, shaving with the deep pore cleanser as your shaving cream works so well. A lot of guys will get like ingrown hairs or big cysts and sores, and once they stop using the shaving cream, use the deep pore cleanser and shave with that, then all of that goes away. A lot of guys that love that. Okay, this was super fun. All right. Well, if you guys want in to my, if you have questions on any other products you want me to add in here, or questions we need to check out, let me know. Can I do that for when I shave? Yeah, that's what I use for shaving my legs for sure. So good. And I just got one of those new Venus razors. So good. So I just put the deep pore cleanser on my legs and shave with that. It's like amazing. Awesome. Okay. And I'm going to do the drawing afterwards for everybody that was on here. Any other questions about any other products you want me to pop in here and share? Oh, you know what? I should do the aloe jelly. Oh, the deep clean toner for Bentley would be a really good one. And then the aloe jelly for your moisturizer. And they told me I can't tell you yet about the new product. I have to wait until April 1st, but I am loving it so, so much. So I was like, well, couldn't I just secretly tell my customers? No, they want it to be a big surprise. So I will let you guys know as soon as I'm allowed to. I'm making some videos to share with you. Okay, so anything else? Yes. Bentley's got her order in there. Gabby's got her deep pore cleanser. Let me give you guys a show ID because I don't know if I programmed it in there. So when you go to check out, it'll kick you out of the live. Just because then you're ready to check out. And when you hit checkout, it's going to say, is this order associated with a party ID? So here's the party ID you want to put. 287895. Jody's Jamaican live event. Okay. Let's see if it'll let me. I'm like, I don't ever get to write in the chat. Let's see if I can put that in the chat. It worked. 287895. What's that number for? When you order, like you've got the deep pore cleanser in your cart, if you go ahead and order that, it'll ask you what the party ID is. And what happens is then you're ordering on a party. So then once that party reaches $300 in sales, then there's a $100 shopping spree from that. So then I can either share that with like like Gabby, if you wanted to invite a whole bunch of your friends on and if your mom signs up, we could do this for you guys. And then as they order, you put it on a show and then you get the $100, or you can split it up and gift it to your friends, or your mom can use it to get more product. That's what we use the party IDs for. Okay, Bentley, are there any good treatments for acne spots? I get little groups of acne and I get blackheads on my nose. Oh yeah, the clarifying clay mask is really good for that. And I will tell you, when I first started LBri, my whole nose was blackheads all the way out. And what was interesting is, as I was using the products, and just remember, it takes a while for our pores to get so clogged, so it takes a while for them to get unclogged. Slowly, my skin started getting better out here, and better and better and better and better, until I no longer had blackheads on my nose. And that was really just from using the basic products, like the set that you've got in your kit, in your cart, the cleanser, that deep clean toner, and that aloe jelly moisturizer, and then adding a mask, like the clarifying clay mask. That would be really good. And then the rejuvenating enzyme peel. Let me share that. I should have shared that already. That one's really good because it helps clean out the pores. So let me find it quick. We also have a really good vitamin C. I wonder if that beef tallow you're using is also adding to your oiliness. Okay, here's the papaya peel. It's called the rejuvenating facial peel. Did it share? Isn't it? So your pores are like this, and sebum, which is like our oil and our sweat, and then dirt, and then makeup, all gets stuck in there and clogged, and then the pores widen and it gets dark. That's what a blackhead is. And so LBri actually goes into the base of the pore and starts cleaning that out. And then as you get your pores clean, you can use that tightening facial mask. We call that liquid gold. Let me share that one quick. Should be right here. That I just saw. There it is. And that tightens back up the pores so they're not big and stretched out. Because if they stay big and stretched out, then more and more stuff gets clogged up in them. So we want to clean those pores by using the healthy products that don't have the chemicals and waxes packed in there. And then using that rejuvenating facial peel, like maybe even every other day, but at least 2 times a week. And then we tighten it up with the mask, and then that closes up the pores so they stay clean. What are the benefits of the vitamin C product? Oh, I love the vitamin C product. Vitamin C acts as a brightening agent. So if you have discolorization in your skin or dark spots, like sometimes we have from leftover acne, maybe you've got a cyst that it's gone, but you just have this sunken in like dark spot and just won't go away. Sometimes the aloe will take that away, but if it's still persistent after the aloe, then I would go to the vitamin C, because the vitamin C really brightens up your skin. So it kind of like lightens the darkness and evens out the skin tone. Plus, it's just an amazing moisturizer. But it is really, really good for dry skin. So you'd have to just check, Gabby, with the acne prone oily skin, it might not be something you can use every single day. You'll just have to experiment and just see how your skin takes the vitamin C. Some people just use the vitamin C serum and then would still use your aloe jelly as your moisturizer. Mine, I can use the vitamin C moisturizer. So that's what I use. Is that the best product for dark spots? I think so. Yeah. It used to be the time erase, but I think the vitamin C does an even better job than the time erase. And like I said, you can either just do, let's see, I should share those. I talk and then forget to share the products. Here they are. So we've got 3 different vitamin C products. There's the anti-aging serum, that's the vitamin C tripeptides with ferulic acid. I might need to get the bundle. Yep. And then we have the vitamin C tripeptides that also has hyaluronic acid in it, which is extra moisturizing. And this is a moisturizer. This one takes place of your moisturizer. Then we also have a vitamin C hydrating antioxidant blend mask. This you just use a couple times a week at night for like extra hydration. And then, you know, you leave it on for a little while and then you wash it off. And your skin feels like velvet afterwards, I swear. I love it so much. Okay. Can you link the bundle? Do you mean the bundle to sign up, that $99 bundle, or do you mean the vitamin C, all 3 of the vitamin C the vitamin C bundle? Do we still have it? Vitamin C. Okay, let me see what they have that under in here. I have to select by the topic. Like, well, what topic did they put vitamin C under? Anti-aging. Let's try that one. Okay, I gotta check one more place because I'm not finding it in here. So let me make sure they still offer the bundle. I can't believe we have good Wi-Fi out in the middle of the ocean. I was really worried that there'd be glitches and I wouldn't be able to do this. Sure enough, it's worked just great. There's the bundle. So they still have it. They just don't have it pictured in the group. So how do I link it? Okay, let me come back and see. If I can't get it to link in here, Gabby, once you go to check out, you should be able to click continue shopping and then click on skincare. I believe that's where it was, what it was under. Yeah, skincare, and it's just a couple rows down. It's like 2 rows after the actual vitamin C products. Okay, well, if it's under skincare there, maybe I can find it under skincare in here. Uh-oh, battery's about to die on my laptop. Yeah, see, it just has everything individual. I already scrolled through all of these. Okay, if you have any problems, Gabby, I can help put your order in, but I'm going to let you guys go because my laptop's going to die on me because there was no plug over here by the window. But thanks so much for being on here, and I will I'll draw the names from everybody that was on here, and I will reach out and let you guys know who won. Bentley, do I have your phone number? So I can let you know if you win. Or I guess when you finish your order, then I'll have all your info, right? Okay. Thanks for being here, everybody. Good night. I'm going to try to do another live in the group. So if you're not in the Facebook group, let me know and I'll send you an invite to that too.